Mango season.
Hello?
Call me back after 9 when my nighttime minutes kick in.
What?
You remember that?
First of all,
do you remember that?
We was out here in the wild back then. Like, we was out here in the wild. Do you understand me?
The kids these days will never know.
They will never understand what it was like to be outside and have somebody call you after you done got notification from your phone company that you already ran up your daytime minutes.
Listen.
The fact that minutes was split between daytime and evening.
Yo.
And then why did they make evening so late? 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock. But listen, when I tell you the post up at 9 o'clock, how those calls, I would start a call at 9 o'clock and like 1 second. And those calls be going till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like
all day.
I'm just saying.
And then if you were one of the phone companies that moved from 9 o'clock to 7, then you couldn't talk to nobody. Like, your minutes don't kick in till 9. You should be with this phone company because we start at 7.
Listen, do you remember, so it was T-Mobile, but there was a company before T-Mobile. Was Singular before? No, Singular was AT&T, because I had Singular as well.
Oh, okay, because I had Singular.
Yeah, but
I had that as a snake phone.
I think T-Mobile, there was something before T-Mobile. I had all of that stuff. So I was always like right on the like edge of everything. So like as soon as there was a new plan, as soon as there was a new phone or something like that, I had it all. So
Voice Stream.
Oh my, this is not supposed to be a nostalgia episode today. It's so good.
Voice Stream. When I got my Carolina Herrera two-way sidekick, couldn't tell me nothing. Do you hear me?
Two ways. I had a two-way with nobody to two-way.
Me too.
I had a sidekick with nobody to talk to.
I had a sidekick, a near person.
I had to wait till people was home in front of their computer to talk to them.
Yo, they did not have sidekicks. And I'm like, but you couldn't tell me I was flipping up. And hers it had like little lips, like kissy lips all over it. You couldn't tell me that I was not it. Do you understand me?
The only thing I was a little too behind on was the Nextels, the chirps.
I never had a Nextel.
Chirps. I think Vance was on that for sure.
I never got a Nextel because my mother said, "Jotted them for the drug dealer." And so
I think my mom said the same thing as well.
She was not with the chirp. All a drug dealer, and I'ma carry that phone there, but now I give it to you. And I was like,
oh, your mom was buying that at the time. Because I bought all that stuff by myself. Yeah,
I'm spoiled. I've been spoiled my whole life. So all my phones, up until the point where I could actually buy my phones, had been purchased by my mother.
Listen, high school, I was a hustler since junior high school, honestly. But like high school, I was so good. By the time I was in my senior year, I had no actual classes I needed to take. It was all electives and college credits. So by 9 a.m., I was out of school. I was working full time in high school.
I went to boarding school.
Yeah, right.
So I wasn't able.
Right.
I finessed the system in different ways. Like when people were doing PE, I managed to convince people that I should be the manager of said sports teams, just so that I could nap during like gym or sports, and then like go to games and take score for sports that I do not follow.
We forgot you was rich auntie since you was rich niece, for sure. Like
I was not rich. I was not rich niece. That was all scholarship. You hear me?
Boarding school? We didn't go to boarding school here. Like I was buying bacon, egg, and cheese on my way to school in the morning. You was at boarding school.
I was at boarding school. Let me tell you something too. The breakfast, yo.
Listen.
Every weekend we used to have brunch, right? Like we've been brunching forever because that's what they do.
Okay.
I kid you not.
She's trying to convince me she lived a regular life, people.
I did live a regular life, but
Go ahead.
Every weekend we had. So they did brunch. They would have like regular food out, but then we had like make your own waffle stations with like the waffle machine.
Here we go.
Then we had made to order omelet station.
Listen, oh my God.
So you would go to the kitchen. And
I do this on vacation. You did this at school. What are you talking about?
So you would go to the kitchen and you would pick like what you wanted. Tomatoes,
I know
peppers,
how it works.
Whatever. And then you would tell the chef like, egg whites only, scrambled. But when I tell you they made the fluffiest omelets I have ever encountered in my life, take me back.
And you left the tip in like, take this here's for you, sir.
No,
this here's for you.
We weren't allowed to tip them, but all they asked for us to do was to make sure that we cleared our dishes. And then like when my mother would come up for family weekend, she would steal the bread because they would make like homemade bread.
Oh, you had brown bread from Cheesecake Factory too? What's going on? What is going on?
We used to make breads in the shapes of horses because my school was an equestrian school too. And my mother would like literally leave the campus with
okay, we can stop
breads.
now. We can stop now. Your school was an equestrian school too? That's what you just said?
They have a dope riding program. I was not a horseback rider, but they definitely have a riding program.
Come on.
Shout out to that school. I'm not going to say their name because I don't need y'all emailing them telling them I'm out of pocket or something and then getting me booted for my positions there. But yes.
Wow. What a throwback.
That was a throwback. 9 o'clock. Oh, yeah. You know who wishes they had a throwback?
Who's that?
And I'm diving right into this because I could not wait to record this week.
Oh, God.
Atlanta. All of Atlanta wishes that they could have a throwback right now.
Oh, my gosh. Yo, Jade. When I tell you, there's certain moments in time where my wife and I, we turn off the TV and we get straight on the internet and all we do is check the memes back to back and we fall into this wormhole and we just go. This was one of those weeks, Jade. This was one of those weeks.
Let me tell you, I'm proud of you because usually I'd be like, hey, Ryan, did you hear about...
No. I know about this one.
I don't know about that. And then Jasmine would hit me up on text like, what does Ryan do? Because how did he not know that this was happening? Everybody knows that this is happening but Ryan. So if you're not familiar, Keith Lee is a TikToker. I've been following Keith Lee since probably about 2021.
Before you explain to them who Keith Lee is, if you saw Jade's Halloween post this past week, I know it must have flew over so many people's heads, but that whole hands clasped in the praying position, she went as Keith Lee for Halloween this year. I'm just saying. Okay,
it was an easy costume too. So Keith Lee is a TikToker. I've been following him since about 2021, who started off, honestly, cooking like dishes that, in my opinion, looked really great for his wife who was pregnant and like their 1-year-old at the time.
Right.
And then it kind of morphed into like this whole thing now where he basically will go into all kinds of restaurants, try their foods, rate them from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
He's very honest about it. And he has turned people's lives like upside down in the best way possible.
Completely.
While remaining humble, while not looking for any really sort of accolade or anything like that. So currently, he and his family are on what they have been calling the family food tour. They've been to Chicago.
Can you imagine living this life?
No.
You can imagine living this life because you're rich, auntie, but I can't imagine living this life. This is amazing.
They've been to Chicago, Las Vegas, Detroit, had great food experiences there, not so great food experiences there. And then there was Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta.
Black Atlanta, to be exact.
Yeah, Black Atlanta, to be exact. Oh, Atlanta. Atlanta restaurants showed their whole entire ass during this Keith Lee family tour.
Oh, best thing I've seen.
Best thing. So what makes it funny is if you've watched Keith, he will do his reviews in the back of in his car. He used to sit on his daughter's
little tiny chair.
Paw Patrol chair. He would sit on the chair. He comes out, like he'll have like the bag of food. He'll sit and he'll just say like, I went to Applebee's. I tried it. I rated it from 1 to 10.
Hands in the position, guys. Soon. We're going to be on YouTube soon.
I rated it from 1 to 10. Let's try it. And like, you know, when he says that, like he's going to open it up, he's going to try this either hit or miss. Or, you know, he's indifferent. First, he went to a place called Atlanta Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
So he went there. They said that there was no space to wait while being seated. They were charged extra for butter. Only allowed to order once for the whole table. It's like, you can only place one order. There's no substitutions. You can't say, like, I'm allergic to garlic that you use in the garlic mashed potatoes. Can I get French fries instead?
Oh, my God.
You're just going to have to take it as
it is.
And even then, he still gave them, like, a fairly decent review, like in terms of the food.
Right. One thing, I'm just wondering, Atlanta Breakfast Club, you sell breakfast. Why are you charging me for butter? I'm just trying to understand. Also, if you're a restaurant trying to make money, why I can only order once? Why? What if I was like, oh, this was great? What if I said I wanted a little bit more? Like I don't get it.
Wow. I have not been dining in Atlanta in quite some time.
Yo.
When I tell you my flabber was extra gasted, extra gasted. Do you hear me? Because what do you mean? And I'm a picky eater. So like if I look at a menu, like I will try to, like if my friends want to go someplace and I don't see anything on the menu that I would necessarily like that has everything.
Right.
I'm the person that'll say like, oh, can I get this instead of this? You know what I mean?
Right.
And most restaurants will accommodate you because either way they're getting paid.
They want your money. Yes.
How? Okay. Then he went to, oh God, somebody else has a restaurant. One of these rappers has a seafood spot. I can't remember the rapper and I can't remember the seafood spot.
Right.
But they didn't get a great review. They got an okay review. But one of the reasons they didn't get a great review, which I think is a health code violation, is that they use the same oil for like everything. And so like he's allergic to shellfish, so he can't.
You know what's so crazy? I'm allergic to shellfish. So I put this to the test the other day. My wife, we went someplace and they had lobster mac and cheese. And I'm like, the doctor said when I got my last allergy test that I was no longer allergic to shellfish. So I was like, all right, let me just have a little bit. Let me take a little bit. My tongue started to tingle and I was like, yeah, this is not going to happen. This is not it, right? No, thanks. But you know what's so crazy? New York City Chinese food is unmatched. Unmatched. You can't find it nowhere else.
Cannot.
And they throw everything in the same oil.
That hood Chinese food in New York, I don't care what hood you go to. Unparalleled. You will never find it anywhere.
Yo, so they throw everything in the same oil, and I don't usually have any reactions to that, so I don't know. I don't know how that works.
It's weird because I know somebody who basically like ate enough shrimp so she's no longer allergic to shrimp.
Is that what you got to do?
I am not a medical professional, so don't nobody go out and try that and then you end up like sick and then you want to sue us. I'm just saying somebody that I know made that decision for herself and she is no longer allergic to shrimp.
What I can do is take an EpiPen and the Chinese food shrimp to the emergency room and then try that theory out. Why not?
You'll be good.
Okay.
So then came the real milk and honey. Not to be confused with milk and honey, which in of itself, what are y'all doing?
Yo, what
are y'all doing?
I heard a story about like milk and honey used to be like a husband and wife or something like that, and they broke up, and then the other one started the other one called the real milk and honey.
I did not hear that.
That's
and
petty
if that
as
is true,
hell.
that is beyond petty, and that's why your karma is what you're getting right now. So Keith and his family went to visit the real milk and honey. Okay. They went online. They said they were unable to call in and order directly and that they could only use DoorDash. They went to go use DoorDash. The place said it was closed.
Closed. At 4 p.m. in the afternoon.
4 p.m. They said closed at 5, but then it's 4 p.m. closed.
Right.
So then they showed up in person. Doors wide open, but somebody told them that they were closed for a deep cleaning, but there was customers in and out the restaurant.
Right.
Now, what Keith does is he sends either his sister, his sister-in-law, his mother-in-law, somebody that he never puts on camera, like people he don't put on camera, to go into these restaurants in his place.
Because he's famous as hell now.
He's famous as hell. So when they walked into the restaurant, they was told that it's not open, can't serve you.
Right.
Then Keith walked in. And then it was like, oh, no, like, we could reopen to serve you. And then he was just kind of like, no. Then he got in his car. This is where the shit really started. He got in his car and put them hands together and said, we went to the real milk and honey.
Right.
We wanted to try it. We're going to rate it from 1 to 10. As you can see, I don't have no bags in my head.
No bags in my head.
And it was over for the real milk and honey from then. From that moment on, it was over for the real milk and honey.
Talking about, oh, you can seat me. Well, no, I don't want to do that because I'm a regular person. First of all, Keith Lee, you are not a regular person any longer. You are not.
But I get what he's saying.
I get it, but it's not true.
But which is why he sends his family in, though, right?
Right.
Because his whole point is, like, he wants to have the same experience as everybody else.
Right.
Even though he's not a regular person.
Right.
And that makes sense. Like, if you are a business that can stand 10 toes down, everybody should be able to say the same thing about you. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Not Milk and Honey. Not the real Milk and Honey. Who, I feel like I could go down to Atlanta and make a killing teaching how to be a business person 101. Because the way some of y'all responded, out of pocket. They went on and made a video that they have since taken down. Where
of course they did. Of course.
Where like some woman was sitting there and was like, oh my God, did you see what the real Keith Lee said about like the real Milk and Honey? And then like the father was like, who's Keith Lee?
Who's Keith Lee? Come on.
The daughters like showed him like the TikTok page and then he like shrugged. First of all, it didn't work because y'all tried to be open for him. So y'all know who the real Keith Lee is.
Let's pause right there. If you are in the food business right now, no matter if you are a 0-star up to 100,000 Michelin star restaurant, there's no way you are in the food business and you don't know that there's this critic going around changing people's lives regardless of where it is.
There's no way.
There's no way.
There's literally no way.
And if you have no clue, you don't deserve to be in business.
At all. Like, at all.
Come on.
But not even that. If you don't know how to respond to criticism professionally, you don't need to be in business.
Yeah.
Then he went to a Jamaican restaurant and he gave them a glowing review. Which, let me first of all...
I ain't gonna hold you. Go ahead.
The fact that a Jamaican restaurant got better reviews than most places in Atlanta lets you know... Because Jamaican restaurants or West Indian restaurants, no matter what you order, come with a side of attitude. All of them. It'll be the best food you ever tasted, but it all come with a side of attitude.
I don't want that food if it has no attitude attached to it. I don't.
Because then it's gentrified. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I want the down home. I need to ask you, can I get some extra oxtail gravy? I need you to suck your teeth, look me in my face, and tell me no. Like, I'm not going to pay for it.
I need you to look at the menu, and I ask you for that menu item, and you tell me, when I have that.
When I have that.
When I have that.
We're done. Sold out. While I'm looking at it. While I'm looking at it in the pot. But... he gave them a glowing review, not only because the food was delicious, but because his family had gone to Great Adventures and they wanted something to eat. And this place was supposed to close at 11.
Yeah.
But they were staying open late. Like his sister called ahead and they said, oh, just come on over. We'll stay open. And when they got there, they weren't just open for them. They were open for a bunch of other people that were there.
Yeah.
She's already come online and said her life has been changed in this
Lines
instant.
around the block.
Lines around the block. She done sold like 60 Rasta pastas in a day.
Yo, I was like, I ain't gonna hold you today. The minute he bit into those ribs, I was just like, I might have to take a trip to Atlanta. Yeah. The last time I went to Atlanta earlier in this year, I only ate at my aunt's restaurant. She don't got a restaurant. That means her house. That's the only place I ate. But, like, I will fly back down to have this food. Why not?
And that's the thing about Keith Lee, is he makes food look so good when he eats it. Even if it's something that I don't like, per se, I'll be like, I might have to try that. Like, and then he went to a place called the Bodega. That I guess is a play, obviously it was a play on bodegas in New York, which I'm assuming it's a New York transplant that's done it. They got a decent review too.
Right.
He liked their chopped cheese. Their chopped cheese look a little gentrified to me, but he liked it. So it is what it is.
Right.
Then the chaos continued when Keith Lee decided that they wanted to go to Old Lady Gang.
Oh boy.
Which is Candy Burris's restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could have already told him that was going to be a mess.
I mean, I've heard many reviews long before Keith Lee went to Atlanta about Old Lady Gang. I'm going to leave that right there and let you continue your story.
So, first they found out that there were no takeout options. And Keith's sister-in-law was told that there was an hour and a half wait time. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, he was like, Then he walked in. When he walked in, like, there's other people waiting, mind you. Like, he spoke to them. One person said they had about an hour left. Another person said like an hour and a half. He walked in. Right. The girls at the table said, I can have a table ready for you in about 5 minutes.
Word.
Keith was like, nah, we good. Like, we'll go someplace else.
Because my sisters was just in here.
And y'all
And you told them
an
an hour and a half. So I'm a regular person. Again, with this regular person nonsense, but I get it.
But then Kandi had a response that everyone's saying is professional because she didn't go the route of the Real Milk and Honey. Which, okay, she didn't go the route of the Real Milk and Honey, but sweetheart, you did not address the fact that y'all told people that there was an hour and a half wait time.
Thank you.
And then when Keith Lee pulled up, it became 5 minutes. And then on top of that, what I don't understand is why y'all not taking, because then she said that like they don't do takeout orders because they get so many people coming in and that it slows down the kitchen.
They don't want to take away from the experience for the people.
And like if you allow takeout,
yeah,
that would probably free up some tables.
Correct.
And not take away from, probably enhance people's experience because there'd be less of a long wait time.
Also, if you have such a high demand, why not just hire another chef to make the takeout orders? Hire more people in the kitchen to do, okay, y'all working on takeouts, y'all working on in-house. That's what y'all doing. Like, come on, like, what are we talking about?
What I've learned from Keith Lee's family food tour is that restaurants in Atlanta are basically selfie stations. They're not actual businesses.
This part.
That's literally all they're for.
This part.
Adding fuel to the fire, your girl she was on live and she had to talk about her experience as well. I'm talking about your favorite Cardi B. And she said, I feel like Atlanta restaurants, they don't like to make money. And she describes how difficult it is for her to order any food in the city without having to mention her name.
Word.
Here's the thing, Atlanta restaurateurs. If you are not serious about owning and operating a business,
right,
invest your money someplace else because you are wasting people's time.
Yep.
What I'm learning about Atlanta, outside of their restaurants being selfie stations, is that people with money are just doing shit to do shit.
Correct.
And they don't have a passion about it, which infuriates me to a degree because there are people out here who are passionate about it that you could probably be investing in who would not be giving people these piss poor, terrible experiences.
Right.
On top of that, a bunch of Keith Lee haters have emerged from the sewers, including one man who I'm going to post a video on my personals tomorrow responding to because I don't understand, sir. People are saying he's just going around tearing down Black-owned businesses. F Keith Lee.
If you've ever watched a Keith Lee video, Keith Lee is out here being the most nice person that you can find. He's out here telling you not to go out here and slander people's businesses until you yourself have actually tried the food and had the service. He's just like, this is just my experience and I'm telling you the truth from my experience. And that's it. He's actually going out of his way to tell you not to slander these people.
That's it.
And so I don't know where we're coming from with that.
People are jealous. And like this one gentleman, he's on TikTok grinding. Okay. That's his whole thing.
Right.
He posted a video saying F Keith Lee, and he don't care if you don't like what he got to say, but you know, he out here making real art for people, creating portraits of people and passed on family members. And we would rather see him homeless. Who is we, sir? I don't know you. I don't know you. Who is we? What we got to do with this? I don't put no money in Keith Lee pocket.
Facts.
Then was like, Keith Lee is like, he don't have no like coupon codes. Like he not out here with no discounts. And people are like, are you stupid? I mean, he's since taken the video down.
Right.
Like, obviously, but somebody grabbed it. Thank goodness.
Right.
I'm hungry right now. Like, my ribs are definitely touching my rib cage. His stomach was touching his rib cage to the point where he got on the internet and said the dumbest shit possible. Because you don't even know Keith Lee if you were saying this stuff.
Yeah.
When I show you the video, man, you're going to be like, what are we even talking about right now?
Right. Yeah.
My man said, y'all would rather see me homeless. Who is you? I don't know you.
I don't know you. Yeah.
You were not my...
Yeah. Atlanta's just out. I'm not even gonna lie. We talking about these are selfie stations. New York, to a certain extent, also has turned into a selfie station.
Oh yeah, they definitely.
So
have.
I don't want it to be like, oh, we just coming for Atlanta. First off, I got family in Atlanta. They gonna come for me.
I love
Before
Atlanta.
any of y'all, they all gonna come for me. But still, at the same time, we talking truth here. We talking facts.
Y'all know y'all restaurants. Y'all sick and tired of how y'all restaurants is treating y'all. Don't try. This is not one of those, diaspora wars, but we gotta no. Y'all restaurants need to do better. Because if I go someplace and I'm hungry and you tell me, you lucky Keith Lee was as calm as I'm flipping shit over. Like, what do you mean? I'm hangry. I'm cursing somebody out. I am hangry.
Right.
And I need food, and you telling me I can't add on to my order?
Yeah. One thing I hate is if I'm gonna have to be on. I just hate to wait to get in to eat food. And then on top of that, now that I've been waiting for an hour plus, my expectations done shot way past the roof. It's all the way up in the clouds. So if you have one extra salt grain in that food, me and you, we have beef. So like that's what it is. So I get it. It's not fun.
My cousin told me when I am hangry that she's concerned for people around me when I am hangry. It is best to feed me when I say that I am hungry. Okay? When I start to get snippier than I already am, my cousin said, I worry for people.
Yikes.
Okay? If I go to Atlanta and somebody tells me I've already waited an hour and a half, and then you don't supersede my expectations,
yeah,
I'm getting hot thinking about it right now.
You should carry an emergency Snickers in your purse.
I do.
Of course.
I do.
I just made that up. That came straight off the dome. That's straight off the dome.
And I do. Because my cousin makes me. I shit you not, my cousin makes me. Because she's like, you get hangry. Like, if we're taking, like, a road trip, they got to make sure that I have something. Because I get hangry. I will.
And the hot sauce swag?
Yes. In my bag. Swag. Wait. Flavor Flav sang the national anthem at the Milwaukee Bucks concert.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, basketball game.
I was waiting for this.
Milwaukee Bucks concert, I said.
I was waiting for this.
Hangry. Now, I have questions. Mm-hmm. Okay? Or rather, let me say I had questions. Because out of all the people in the world, how they ended up with Flavor Flav, I could not comprehend. Okay? There's tons of children who would get on that mic and sing their hearts out like the little Nationwide girl. Okay?
Yo, okay. Well, that we can't do that right now. We on a time limit. But like, listen, Jade. So I don't know about y'all, but I like Flavor Flav.
I do too.
But after Milwaukee, Jade, when I tell you this may be unpopular opinion, I love Flav Flav. Like, this was so amazing.
But wait, it's not.
It was so amazing.
But here's the thing. I am with you on that.
So amazing.
When he did it, I was like, I gotta research this. What is happening right now? Because there's so many people who could be doing this. And Flavor Flav is where you landed on.
Yeah.
Flavor, Mr. Flav said that I consider this one thing that I knocked off of my bucket list. Once it was said and done, I said to myself, you finally did something that you always wanted to do, and you did a great job. You accomplished it.
Yo, to be able to have this as one of the things on your bucket list and be able to accomplish that, you are leaps and bounds beyond so many people. That's one.
The fact that he was able to call the president of the Milwaukee Bucks and say, can I sing the national anthem one day at the game? This is from Flav himself.
Yeah.
And the man said, send me a video of you doing it.
Yeah.
And he sent him that video. And they was like, come on in.
Amazing.
Okay? This is the other thing. He said, I've seen a lot of reactions and stuff. I've been seeing a lot of positive reactions. I've been seeing a lot of negative reactions. All of the negative reactions are not outweighing the positive ones, which is a plus for me. And not only that, but to all of the negative reactions, I don't let nothing stop my flow. Everybody's going to talk. Everybody's going to have something to say. But I'm never letting anything that anyone has to say stop my flow of being positive. I am not done, because this is the part that this is the part that told me I am Team Flav, and he can sing the national anthem.
If y'all could see, she stopped me because I was ready to go. I was ready to go. Okay.
I saw this and said he can sing the national anthem anytime, any place he wants to. Okay? This was his advice for all dreamers. Mm-hmm. As long as you keep trying, somewhere along the line, you will be guaranteed to succeed. But if you give up trying, then it's definitely going to be a guaranteed failure. I kept trying and trying until finally I succeeded and it worked. So to everybody that has dreams, all they have to do is just keep following their dreams and listen to their gut. And I guarantee you all of that will have them ending up in the spot that they always wanted to be in.
Yes,
Team
sir.
Flav.
Yes, sir.
He could sing that.
Yes,
national-
sir. Yes, sir.
Sing that anywhere, Flav.
I mean, it's like the fact that he thinks the way that he thinks is why you got to continue to root for this man.
Like,
It's amazing. And then on top of that, we know Flavor Flav, so we kind of knew what to expect, but we didn't.
right.
But then the more I listened to him belt out these notes, even though it wasn't Whitney Houston, he was hitting them notes.
Listen,
He was hitting notes. He was
he only
holding
messed
notes.
up-
Like he didn't sound no worse than your auntie in the pews on Sunday. He
He
didn't.
didn't sound no worse than me when I be in here singing in my shower. So I'm not gonna hold it against him. Your man did what your man needed to do, as far as I'm concerned.
Yo.
He did,
The climax at the end, amazing. Whitney Houston sold, I think, oh my gosh, when she did the Super Bowl or whatever, they made that into a single and that went platinum. This could go platinum. This could easily go platinum.
I'm not gonna hold you.
This could go
and this
platinum.
is not me being shady, but it is me being a little shady. He did better than Fergie. Okay, he sounded better than Fergie. He gave me what I needed. Okay,
So good.
he came in. He
So
only
good.
messed up one word. I think he said to instead of through. I think he said to the night instead of through the night. But that's okay. That's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
10s across the board, Flav.
The runs, like I was impressed by the vibrato. Like he
Listen.
had that. He had that
But the
going.
thing is, I think what people don't realize though is Flavor Flav is a legit musician. Like he is like
Right.
a musical prodigy. Like he does this. You know what I mean? He may
Yeah.
not be the best vocalist, but
Yeah.
he does this. You know what I
Listen.
mean? Do it again, Flav.
He makes it into a single. I will stream it on Spotify, on Apple, and even your title. Why not? Why not?
and the Rockets regular. I said, all right, Flav, give us that note, baby.
Yo, I was not mad at it at all. I wanted to be though. I wanted to be so badly, and it was not bad.
I was mad at it, and then I wasn't mad at it, and then I read some interviews, and then I loved it. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay.
So
all
good.
right,
So
okay.
good. Good for you, sir.
We're going to switch it up real quick. Shh, shh.
Oh my God. What's happening?
You don't recognize your theme song, you serial killer?
I didn't hear what you just said. I didn't hear it.
You
My
didn't
bad.
hear it?
Do it again. Do it again.
Shh, shh.
I have no idea what's happening. And I'm sure
Everybody's going to hear it. You're going to hear
I'm
it.
sure they don't know what you're
They're
talking
going to
about.
hear it. And you're going to hear it when we all put it together.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to realize that
Uh-huh.
I just sang your theme song
Okay.
real quick for you.
Okay.
Because you're a serial killer.
Am
and
I?
if they've been following, yes.
First of all, if
And
they
if they've been
following Virgo
following
season
us,
show, they knew
Virgo
I came for
season
you.
show,
I came
no,
for
no.
you.
But it don't matter.
Because you
It
wanted
don't
violence
matter.
this week.
I did not want violence this week. I'm just
And
letting you know that you are a serial killer.
I matched the energy.
You drink seltzer water. Anybody that
And-
drinks seltzer water willingly is a serial killer. And there's a whole tribe of y'all out here
No,
trying to convince
no,
people
no.
that seltzer water tastes good.
There's a
Y'all
tribe
drink
of people out
things-
here like they want to be on your side, but they be like, but what's wrong with seltzer water though? We are old, Janae. We cannot drink soda anymore. This is not what we
I
do.
don't even like-
We're not bringing type 2 diabetes into the next decade. We're not doing
What
that.
is wrong
We're not
with
doing that.
regular ass water? Why would you drink water that tastes like afterthought? Like somebody really said, you know what? This add a little razzle dazzle,
Okay,
and then it
Janae.
fizzles, and then they add like it literally tastes like burp. Like it literally like you drink it and it tastes like burp. Like y'all out here drinking burp water.
Nobody said anything was wrong with regular water. The thing is, listen to your other options when it comes to fizz. You got champagne, you got soda. So now, soda's not good for you, too much sugar. Champagne has alcohol, and maybe you don't want alcohol. Listen, you want that fizz and you want the water. What's wrong with that? There's nothing
Make
wrong
you
with
up.
that. Get a nice little flavor, natural flavor. Put a little acai in there or something, and you be all
I'm
right.
not drinking burp water. Y'all can keep y'all burp water to yourselves. Regular water, me please. But y'all look, I a bit fizz, a bit
nah.
razzle dazzle.
Nah, it be
Y'all out
doing
here
the
serial
job.
killers.
It be doing the
Y'all
job.
did.
It be
Y'all
doing the
did with y'all
job.
serial killing society, because that's all y'all do is out here. I'm appalled, and there's so many of y'all. That's the thing that
Okay.
makes it even worse.
So for those who have not seen this, just go to Virgo Season Show and watch the video and make sure you put a comment letting her know how crazy she is and how much of a serial killer she is. And I made some points. I'm not going to share it here. I need y'all to just look at the video and comment. Thank you.
Staying in the vein of your lunacy.
Lunacy. There we go.
you serial killer. Celebrities and regular people ate it up this year for Halloween.
Ate it up. Well, I mean, I think people have been getting a lot better with this because, like,
they have been.
Man,
it's been amazing to see. Do you have any faves? Because I have some faves.
I have two that stand out for me per se. So I'm gonna start with the lesser of the two, even though these are my faves. Halle Bailey.
Oh, and DVD, they on my list.
They did a thing. They did it really well. She did a lot of stuff. There was some photoshopping happening. I don't see a belly or anything, so I don't know what's happening. She's the biggest troll of them all. But maybe, actually, no. The next one is the biggest troll. The one that I'm thinking as number one and has been number one for the past couple years. Diddy started out... Diddy started out... Sorry. FaceTime is crazy right now. Anyway.
All these extras, but go ahead.
Diddy started out late. Halloween night, he started out right before Halloween was about to be over talking about, oh, I got these letters, all the 6-page email telling me I can't do Joker anymore, blah, 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 blah. First off, he won Halloween last year. Just plain and simple.
His Joker was scary.
You can't say nobody else won that. He won Halloween last year.
Remember how one of them actors from one of them power shows was really about to fight Diddy? Because he didn't know it was Diddy in the Joker outfit. That's how you know he did a good
That's how you know he was good. But the man was like, all right, I can't do it no more. And so I was getting ready to go to sleep because, I got to wake up mad early for work in the morning. And then a couple moments later, The Darkest Night. Come on. Who else beat that? Like, it's the level of production, the level of detail in the costume, down to the Batmobile, down to the set design. Like, come on. Come on.
That just told me that Diddy is rich.
Rich?
Because who just does all of that for literally just Halloween?
Just Halloween. And not even the whole Halloween.
Not even
at
the
the
whole
end
Halloween.
of the night. The end of the night.
You drop a movie trailer, talk about the strike is over. Sir, go sit down somewhere. The strike's not over.
Diddy for me, like, I mean, I can't wait. Like, right now, I'm on the countdown. 364 left or whatever. Like, let's go. Let's go.
Some of my favorites, Megan Thee Stallion as Greta from Gremlins, because that shit was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know another one that was good. Oh my God. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm with you with Halle and DVD. I thought both of their costumes were amazing and cute.
Yeah.
Keke Palmer with her baby as Frankenstein.
I didn't like that too much.
Then she did the Disney movie. What was it? Life Size? That used to be Tyra Banks.
I didn't even see that. I didn't see that.
Now, I don't like this person, but I have to admit that this Halloween costume was top notch. Winnie Harlow.
Oh, that's exactly who I was about to say.
As Cat Williams.
Because Cat Williams is a Virgo, right? So amazing.
Amazing. She ate that.
Amazing.
She ate that.
Oh, you know who else? You know who else ate?
Who else?
Tiana Taylor as Marlon Wayans.
Oh, yeah.
Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. I just like saying the title to that movie, by the way.
Something about that gives me... That's Tiana's real personality.
Real personality. She didn't have to do too much.
You know what I mean? Like, that was her.
She didn't have to do too much.
That was just who she is. And that was pretty much it. I'm waiting for Beyonce's family Halloween photos to drop. Because, she does it every year.
But she didn't drop it yet, so I don't know if it's going to happen,
She don't drop it around Halloween, though. She drops it a couple days after. But everybody done forgot about the goddamn holiday. And then here she come on a random Tuesday, like, here's some Halloween pictures.
Oh, I did see, what's his face? Lil Nas X, did you see him?
Oh, as a bloody tampon.
Yo.
Why were people upset at that, though?
Janae, this is how much I was just, like, oblivious. So, like, here goes Jasmine again. What does Ryan be doing, right? Because I was looking at this thing for such a long time, and I was just like, what the hell is this? What is this? What could this potentially be? Like, I just could not figure it out.
Know what was going on.
I could not figure it out.
He was one of my favorites, too. A couple more things.
Uh-huh.
And these are really quick.
Uh-huh.
Did you see TJ Holmes and your girl Amy Roback made it Instagram official?
Was that what I just saw them and then I was just over it, and so I never even clicked on it or anything like that. It
literally said, like, is this official enough? And then, like, no more, like, hiding or some dumb shit.
Were they hiding?
Apparently they're starting, like, a podcast.
Were they hiding?
Exactly. Y'all was out in the open for, like, months. Like, okay. Just needed to get that out the way.
Okay.
What else? Now I know Black people really don't be reading instructions. Because you sent this to me today about the cup of noodles becoming microwavable. And then I went online and I saw how many people were appalled about it not being microwavable. And it literally says you're supposed to flip the lid and pour boiling water to the line, close it, put a fork on top. What have y'all been doing?
So this is me, right? I don't eat cup of noodles. That's not something, like, even back when I
haven't eaten cup of noodles in a minute. I used to love me some cup of noodles.
Even back when I was broke, like, I didn't do cup of noodles. I did the Top Ramen. That's what I did, right? But I was under the impression that people have been putting this thing in the microwave forever. I had no clue. I had no idea. But, like, I guess I'm not normal, because the way I used to do ramen was like literally what these people charging y'all $20, $30 to go to a ramen restaurant. That's what I was doing. Egg on top, big seasonings, all of that stuff happening. It wasn't no regular ramen. So I don't know about y'all.
I don't like ramen, first and foremost. Second, when I did make my cup of noodles, first of all, I empty out all that stale-ass vegetables they put in there because, no.
Dehydrated. Not stale. Dehydrated.
Shit's is stale, yes. You want to call them dehydrated. Them joints were stale. And follow the instructions, because I read instructions. And then I pour out the water, and then I add my sauce to it, because I don't like broth. Like, broth just... All this flavored water is just wild to me.
You thought I had the ramen with the soup? Who does that? Not me.
Okay.
Not me.
Okay, see...
Not me.
Who drinks broth? It's just... The word in of itself. But anyway, y'all, you're not supposed to put the ramen. The cup of noodles does not go in the microwave. Okay? You're supposed to boil the water first.
Until now.
Well, it's going to become microwavable in a couple weeks. But you're supposed to boil the water first and then fill it up to the line and then close the lid again and then put the spoon or fork on top. Okay?
What does Ryan be doing?
Nothing.
I had no idea.
That's what Ryan be doing. Ryan be minding his business.
I don't know.
Magic Johnson is officially a billionaire, so shout out to him.
I mean,
he's the fourth athlete. I mean, it's taken a while, but, he's there now.
That took a long time.
Now, there's two funny things that I need to talk about that are funny to me. They may not be funny to anybody else, but they're funny to me.
We're going to see.
One is Saucy Santana and Academics are beefing.
Oh, God.
Okay. And it all started
right up your alley.
Right up my alley. This is my favorite type of mess. Because I can't stand neither one of them. But in this instance, I'm Team Saucy Santana.
Okay.
So apparently DJ Wackademics has been beefing, or he picks on women. I know he picks on women because he always has something to say about women.
He picks on so many people, but like, I just don't understand why nobody punched him in the face yet. Like,
is the question. And that's because he doesn't leave his basement. Like, that's the reality of the situation. He does not leave his basement. But he may have got the right one this time with Saucy Santana. So he's been picking on Carisha and has been saying some stuff about Carisha because Carisha apparently called him the F word, but not with the OT.
Wow.
And he basically said that Carisha's...
A London cigarette?
A London cigarette.
Wow.
She called him a London cigarette.
Wow.
So then he got on there and basically, on his little whatever, and said that Carisha was homophobic and da-da-da-da.
Wow.
So Santana is going to defend his best friend and basically said that she's not being homophobic. The beef that he has with Carisha is Carisha's beef. But what did he say? In the hood and in a lot of urban cultures, when you see boys that are acting feminine, that are being messy, that are being extra and doing London cigarette shit, that's what you address them as. Even me being as a gay man, I don't move like a London cigarette.
Wow.
And it's a lot of gay boys that are feminine or whatever, but everybody don't move like London cigarettes. You move like a London cigarette, is what Santana said. And then invited Academics to pull up to Carisha's Halloween party and meet them outside.
Right.
Academics then got on his whatever and said a whole bunch of other stuff.
Unbelievable.
Invited Saucy Santana to meet him at 88 Newark Avenue in Jersey City, New Jersey. Pull up to his headquarters. To which Santana said, headquarters? Headquarters? We don't be pulling up to no headquarters. We want to meet you outside. To which then Academics got on his podcast again and started crying.
What? No. What? All this stuff be
Academics
happening
was crying
while I'm asleep or
because
something. I don't know what's happening.
He said that there's so many things that he wants to say and he can't say because he would get canceled. So basically, Academics wants to be as homophobic as possible.
Wow.
And he's saying that's why he's crying.
Wow.
But the real reason people think that Academics is crying is because Saucy Santana and his boyfriend Zell are the right ones. Like, they will pull up and they will beat the shit out of you. Now, Somehow Dr. Umar got involved in this because people said...
Yo, nah, this is not a real place. What is happening? What is going on?
People
I
said
thought
they
this was
wouldn't-
done. I thought you was winding down. You was winding down.
this is the end of it. Then Dr. Umar, they needed Dr. Umar to do a peace treaty between Saucy Santana and
What
Academics.
is this? The East Coast, West Coast rivalry?
And part of it is because at one point, Santana said that after he beat Academics' ass, he's going to F him in the ass, which I'm not condoning because that's unconsensual. But Dr. Umar said they wanted... I have to give you I'm going to find the audio and send to you because Dr. Umar was like, apparently they want me to stop Santana from beating his ass and then clapping his cheeks.
What?
And the fact that nobody is serious. We are not serious people.
Oh my
We are
God.
not serious people. But moving on.
Yeah.
I do feel like somebody needs to touch Academics though, because he's wild out here. The only people he's ever put his hands on is a woman. So
Oh man.
with that being said, I think he should be his match.
So there's a few fights that I would pay to go see. This might be one to add to the list. Why not?
Zell does not play about Santana. And Santana don't even need Zell. But I just know that Zell...
I don't even know who Zell is.
He was
The
on
only
Love and
Zell
Hip Hop.
I know is in
the
Chase
same
and
one.
the Chase app. That's the only
Chase
one that
app.
I know.
No, I thought you was about the one from Love and Hip Hop. He was on like Love and Hip Hop for a while. But
Who? Saucy Santana?
no, Zell.
Zell?
He was on Love and Hip Hop LA and then he moved to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Listen,
But
I know
whatever.
nothing. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Northwest was interviewed for ID Magazine.
Why?
Hilarious. You were hilarious because she's a West.
Well,
But-
I guess.
When I tell you that she is going to be the downfall of her mama and everything that the Kardashians have going on for two reasons. One, I saw a clip today. North was eating an onion like it was an apple.
That
Okay.
Okay. I'm not talking about children. No, I'm not doing it.
Then
Not doing it.
they were talking to her and they asked her if she's proud of like the things that her mom does. To which North pointedly asked, "What does my mom do?" Okay? When I tell you I hollered, and she meant that with everything in
Yo.
her. Hollered.
The thing about it is, I could have rocked with North on that like 10 years ago. Now, that lady is a business woman. I don't care what y'all say. We don't
she's not my ministry.
we don't gotta like it, but she's a business woman.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to it because it's all like politics. But it says something though to me that your oldest child, who's the most cognizant
Right.
of life at this point, when
Right.
asked, is she proud of you and the things that you do, that her response is, what does she do?
Oh my God.
Okay?
Oh my God.
So, North was interviewed for ID Magazine, like I said.
Flabbergasted.
I'm going to read some of my favorite questions and answers because North is a menace. What's your favorite song right now? Through the Wire by Kanye West. Do you think that you get that from your family? Sometimes, mostly from me though, and then a little bit of my dad. Okay? Who's your style icon? Me. Okay? Do you like having your picture taken? Yes, only when I want to because I don't want to sometimes, but not by paparazzi. Her father's child. Okay? This is my favorite one. If you were an animal, what would you be? I want to be a mosquito. Because I'm allergic to them and I can tell them to leave me alone.
Okay.
What are 3 words you would use to describe yourself? The best ever.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's Kanye's child.
Yeah, this is Kanye's child. What do you want to be when you're older? A basketball player, a rapper. Well, when I was 7, I wanted to be a boxer, but now I don't want to be a boxer. I'm going to do art on the side. When I'm like 13, I want to walk dogs to make money to buy art supplies because everything around here is so expensive. So a rapper, a basketball player, and I'm going to make artwork that I sell. Also, one day I want to own Yeezy and Skims, and I want to be a business owner.
Okay.
The downfall.
Okay. I can.
The downfall.
I mean, okay. Wake me up when it's Blue Ivy's turn. That's when I want to see it.
Bobby already got it. Like, you got to be real. Blue already got it.
'Cause-
What I find so funny about this and entertaining to me is that all of these answers are such childlike answers. Why are
Right.
you interviewing this child?
Right.
This is a baby. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, leave her alone.
Yeah.
North don't want to be bothered. My girl said she wanted to be a mosquito. Right then and there, y'all should have ended the interview. A mosquito?
I don't understand. I mean, I guess I understand. And this is the downfall of society and the United States. We're interviewing people now completely off of clout alone. Just clout chasing. Just no real reason, just clout. And this is the downfall. This is why
That's it.
I feel bad for my grandchildren.
Listen.
I don't understand what's going to happen.
I think we're going to have the pinnacle. Somebody's going to do something so egregious for clout that it's going to reset everything.
Like, I just saw that they're doing a Malcolm X musical or something. A black composer or something is doing it or whatever. So they were talking about...
The opera.
Yeah, the opera. Yeah, something like that. I don't know why at this big age, I guess because it's like coming close to home now, but like the man died at 39 years old. Look at what he was able to accomplish in his 39 years. What are these people about to accomplish in that same amount of time?
Nothing.
This is what I'm trying to understand.
Absolutely nothing. Why are y'all interviewing that baby?
Facts.
She don't even want to talk to her mother. And then I saw another clip, because, I had to go to X, because sometimes I go to X to see what's happening in these streets and if it's meant to be mentioned on the podcast.
Right.
And Kim was talking to Courtney and basically said that whenever North comes from her father's house, she's like, Dad has it all figured out. He has a small apartment, no security, no nanny. He cooks his food. Why don't we live in an apartment? Why don't we have an apartment? Really, she thinks her mother's dog shit. Like,
she thinks that lifestyle is, well, her father's going to put that all in her head too, but like she definitely is going to feel like it's completely excessive and like all of that stuff. So I could see the rebellion about to happen very, very soon. Oh, yeah. So
her and my little Sainty. Sainty's still my favorite, but he out here flipping off paparazzi. So... All right, do we want to do, I think we wrap it up, or do we want to do a messy-ish, am I the asshole?
Let's go for it real quick.
Okay, this is a quick one.
Uh-huh.
My girlfriend of 2 years is about to have my baby, and things are rough between us. I needed an escape. I posted my pics on random dating sites to see if I could find discreet excitement. I really wasn't looking for anything serious. Eventually, I got to the sketchy married but dating ads, where I knew people had a lot to lose and would be more discreet than singles. Long story short, this married man has me doing poppers and having bi-sex with him and his wife, and I enjoy it. How do I tell my girlfriend that this is my life now and I don't want her in it? However, I want to continue to live with her until I can find work in a place of my own by 2025.
What? Like, again, I'm going back to where we started with these things. This is not real. They're making this stuff
up. Ryan, these are people's lives. I need you to spend a good week on TikTok, and you will see that these are how people are living.
No way.
I literally just saw this thing today where this woman walked in on her husband cheating on her with some other lady and slapped the crap out of her husband. Like, this is how people are living. I believe him.
Wow. I mean... The only part that's believable to me is that, he got to get himself right so that he could get out of there by 2025, because it's hard in these streets.
He may need her to keep him till 2026, if we're being honest.
If we're being honest.
Cutting a little close even for me.
Oh my God. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. This is how people living, Ryan. This is how people living.
I don't even really want to comment on that.
We not living like this, but this is how people living.
We not living like,
And it thoroughly entertains me.
Yeah.
Because, wow. Could you imagine? I couldn't.
No.
Not even a little bit.
No. Anyway, 5 ants rented an apartment.
I've already done this joke.
Oh.
10 ants.
Fuck.
Ready? I'll start it while you look for another one.
Go ahead.
What do you call a masturbating cow?
Why do I know this? Oh, God. What?
Beef stroganoff.
I did that, didn't I? I did that.
Did you?
I did. We did. Okay, we might have to slow down on these.
I got a better one. Ready?
Go ahead.
A sperm donor, a carpenter, and Julius Caesar walked into a bar. He came, he saw, he conquered.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Not us telling each other's jokes. That is hilarious. That is hilarious, yo.
Did we say this one? Why isn't there a pregnant Barbie?
No.
Because Ken came in a different box?
No, we did do that one.
on. Oh God, this is
All right, wait,
bad.
I got one.
This is bad. This is bad.
These are corny, but I got some. Why was the computer so good at seduction?
Why was the computer so good at seduction, Jade?
It had a hard drive and knew how to bite.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's
Oh,
it.
I'm gonna choke. Why don't eggs tell each other secrets?
Why?
They might crack up.
Since we on corny jokes.
Oh God.
There's a picture of Adolf Hitler out there playing basketball.
This is not corny. You going left. But continue.
What number was on his jersey?
Oh God. What number was on his jersey, right?
9.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Ryan trying to get us canceled. I'm gonna bring it back. To corny.
Okay, bring it back.
How do you make a pool table laugh?
I don't know.
Tickle its balls.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Oh God.
Shit.
Anyway, I think that's it.
That's it. It's a wrap.
Hey, I laughed a lot. I laughed a lot this episode. So maybe we don't need any more of these.
Somebody send this to Keith Lee and tell him he needs to start, or his wife or his sister-in-law need to start doing this for the Atlanta hairstylists, because the girls down in Atlanta are also suffering when it comes to these hairstylists.
Yikes. Yikes.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Yo, I'm weak.
VirgoSeasonShow@gmail.com is the email address.
You can find us on all socials at Virgo Season Show. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook been going up. I don't know why, but it has been. So shout out to all the aunties that found us on Facebook and is engaging with us over there.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. What kind of food do sprinters eat?
What kind of food, Ryan?
Nothing. They fast.
Get off my phone. First of all, your cousin even said you was out of pocket for that see you next period joke last week. I was there, that see you next period was wild. That joke was wild last week. Get off my phone.
Ever so often I come across one that is just like, that was one of the classics. It's up there with Bernadette.
Yeah, it's up there with Bernadette. That
Up
shit
there.
was wild. That was wild, yo. Absolutely wild.
Okay.
Bye.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We can't end it yet.
Oh, jeez.
The episode's probably gonna be late because Vance is running a marathon on Sunday and he's not gonna have time nor energy to put this episode together. So one, shout out to our producer Vance.
Shout out to Vance
for running a marathon, something that I could never do in this lifetime. And don't be mad at us when the episode is late. It's Vance's fault, but he's running a marathon, so he has a good excuse. Okay.
Okay, Jade. You put this at the end of the episode.
You gonna put it at the front?
Am I gonna do that? Am I gonna do that?
You are.
How am I gonna do that? How would I put this part in the beginning of the episode?
The FaceTime already knew. It gave you the thumbs up. It already knew. FaceTime already told you.
All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to work my magic.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Virgo season.